Hello, this is Hervé from Comic Book Bin, filming since 2002. I'm going to be doing a video, the type of which I don't like to do, but that has to be done because if you try to get support from customer service at McFarlane Toys, they just will not give you support and they do not stand by their product. If you didn't buy it with them, they will not provide a replacement once it's broken. This is the Multiverse Flashpoint Flash, which whatever it is, with Barry Allen. I bought this barely 4 months ago. It's already broken. It just fell on its own, like that, not even on the floor, it just fell. And it broke. From the get-go, we knew that the plastic was not great, right? This is cheap plastic, come on. With trinkets and stars, glitter, you know? This is cheap product. The plastic is soft and breaks easily, and I'm not the first collector to have this piece break on them. So from the get-go, McFarlane produced a product that was cheap, that would break. They probably knew about it, but they will not take responsibility for the crap that they've produced. So in the end, you'll break your leg. Even the hip here broke. I bought this off eBay because it wasn't sold in Canada. I don't know a single person who's ever seen this Flash action figure in Canada. Neither the first one nor the second one. This is the Barry Allen Flash. This is the Crisis, I think, Flashpoint something version with translucent plastic, which is cheap. Now I've seen companies use translucent plastic, but not this kind, and this one will break. They just put some paint over it and expect it to just work. Now when it breaks eventually, like here and there, they will not take responsibility for the crap that they've produced. I had to fix Barry Allen, so I had two other Flashes. I had intended to use them to replace this from the get-go, but in the end I said, I'll just keep this. But then it fell and broke in two parts, so this thing is useless to me. Let's see what I've done. I call it Frankensteining. Well, I've got Kid Flash. Oh boy, it won't even stay here. I got Kid Flash here. This is a mess. I try to use the monitor's leg for Kid Flash, you know. Thought I could use that. They don't even stay on the monitor. Imagine putting them on Kid Flash. The trunk, the diaper, does not belong to Kid Flash. I've reused this elsewhere. So I did a triple transplant. This is crap, by the way. This is crap. This entire figure is crap. It's just crap. So I did a three-way transplantation. This is the Flash that broke. The red that was the closest was the one that came with the Wall US Flash. So I removed the lower part of Wall US Flash and put them on Barry Allen. The red is closer, not the same. The body is the same except for the diaper, and obviously the boots are not the same. These are the original boots with the wings, and these are the Barry Allen boots, simple superhero boots. This is the standard McFarlane superhero body that they've been using since Blue Beetle. This is the body. So a lot of figure could have been used to replicate this guy. I mean, I intended to use this guy to transform it into Johnny Quick, the Golden Age Johnny Quick eventually. But now, do I really want to put more money into McFarlane crap that's going to break on me? No. Especially since they don't stand by their products. Nope. These are the Wally West legs. So I reheated everything. I removed the lower part of Wally West, Adult Flash, put them here. It's the best I could do. I prefer, well, no, I like both Wally West and Barry Allen. I mean, I'm a Gen Xer. I'm supposed to like Wally West. Although Barry Allen was the first Flash I got acquainted with. I like both. And this is what I ended up doing with Wally West. So I gave him the lower part of younger Wally West. And that's what happened. Now he's got a sloppy ass here. Doesn't look great on him. This looks tighter and better on him. You'll notice that the belt is the modern Flash belt here and not this one. But I couldn't remove it without taking a chance of breaking those legs again with the pegs. I didn't want to take that chance. So I gave him the modern Flash belt instead. So in the end, what will probably happen is maybe I should not support this company anymore, but I'll just get myself the Wally West Flash again, and I'll put this guy back together the way he should be. He deserves that, even though I wasn't collecting the Titans. So I mean, I purposely decided not to buy the Titans, just focus on the JLA and the JSA. So eventually I think I'll just put him back together, and if I really want, I'll get another Wally West Flash, although I'm pretty sure I shouldn't probably spend money on another Wally West Flash. I mean, the logo on this thing was ugly. They try to make it the digital game logo. Never like that. That's what they tried to do. It didn't look great, but I know it's a popular figure even though it's not perfect. At this point, McFarlane will probably release this guy again before they lose the license, which they deserve to lose. Now, having said that, I'm not going to go into Mattel. I hope I'm not. I hope that they don't make great figures so I can skip them. I like DC Comics, but I think I've got my share of DC Comics with McFarlane making shoddy products with the ankles that are always weak. I don't think I want to splurge or start collecting a new line with Mattel. I've learned my lesson. I'll focus on Marvel and G.I. Joe Classified and all those fantasy characters that I like so much. And I think I'm done with DC Comics for now because of this kind of product. It's not DC Comics per se, but McFarlane, who's a large company, cannot even stand behind their products. Now, in my exchange with customer service, I told them, you know what? A lot of companies, much smaller than you, do offer customer service when there's a product with a figure. One of them is Frazetta Girls. Frazetta Girls, there was a problem. There was a part missing in one of my figures. They just sent it, no cost, no questions. They just replaced it. Not a problem. It's a much smaller company than McFarlane Toys. McFarlane Toys is sold around the world, not just in specialty store. So they should know how to deal with this. They should have a team able to deal with this. But unless you bought it from them, they don't care about you. And obviously the seller I bought this from on eBay didn't care. Said, oh, it's not my problem anymore. You've opened the package. I'm not responsible for you. Too bad. It's your problem now. That's the kind of service that some people offer. Could have at least tried to say me. Maybe I'll find some kind of cheaper figure. Maybe you'll want to replace with this. Nope. And as for McFarlane, they will do nothing. I'm not telling you not to buy McFarlane, but probably don't buy McFarlane. They don't care. Todd doesn't care about collectors. He knows only collectors buy his products. He doesn't care. This is Todd. Todd will be Todd. And one thing that he is forgetting, one of the guys that he looks up to, Stan Lee, once wrote about Spider-Man, classic line, with great power comes great responsibility. This is not a small company. They're not nobodies. He's got the means to take care of customer service like that. He's got the means of replacing parts for collectors who've had the figures for just a while. I spent over $60 on this figure, over $60 Canadian, because it wasn't sold in Canada. I had to get it from eBay from an American store. Get it here, pay for the shipping. In all, I spent $60 only to get this thing to break on me 4 months later. 4 months later. I've got thousands, or I don't know how many figures I've got. They very rarely break on me. If they break, they must be very old figures. But right now, in terms of G.I. Joe Classified and Marvel Legend, I've got nothing breaking on me in the last 5 years. Nothing. Everything's in good shape. The only thing that broke on me was McFarlane stuff, and they won't stand by their customer service. I've had issues in terms of errors and product missing, parts missing with other companies, like I said, for the girls. Well, also, yeah, stuff that broke on me. Multiverse broke on me. And although he made me pay for the shipping, he did try to make things better by sending me a replacement, but I had to pay for the shipping, which is the exact same price as a new figure. So at least he attempted to give me some customer service, even though it took months before he even responded to my emails, but he tried to do something. McFarlane, they won't do anything for you. If you're expecting them to help you, if you have a problem, forget about it. They won't do anything. I don't like doing these kinds of videos, but sometimes you get pissed. I mean, this is $60. It's probably nothing for McFarlane. I don't know how much it cost them, but it certainly did not cost them $60 to produce this one copy of this story. It's probably $5 for them, but they don't care. And they expect me to buy more. I'm not sure about that anymore. This is Hervé from Comic Book Bin, figurines since 2002. Like and subscribe.